golden dragon, or to speak?
Whichever way you see fit, that's the best outcome, or the most action packed. Tell me what happens from that, because eventually it's going to Oxys versus Kyogre, his series of legendaries.
Final stand of the mortals, where the Golden God meets the World Champions team. The Clash of Lights, Ultra Necrozma versus the Rebellion. Ultra Necrozma is floating at the center of the arena, radiating enough heat to melt the floor. It looks down at Ash's Charizard and Pikachu with total contempt. The opening salvo, Ultra Necrozma, unleashes light that burns the sky. The entire void turns white. This is an end-of-the-world level move. The tactical sacrifice, Mewtwo, Mega Y, quickly throws up a psychic barrier, but it's cracking. Ash's Charizard X dives in front, using Flare Blitz to collide with the light, creating a localized heat shield. The World Champions strike. Through the smoke and fire, Pikachu leaps off Charizard's back. He's glowing with the Rainbow Z aura. He launches the 10 million volt Thunderbolt. The result, the 7-colored lightning doesn't just hit Necrozma, it grounds it. The electricity disrupts the life energy Necrozma full from Solgaleo and Necrozma screams, a digital screeching sound, and falls from a golden thermal crashing into.
It's so fucking fast. It came out like this, and it's like all over the internet now. It's like, yep, this describes this game. This is pretty much this game. And then they put memes on everything now.
That's what happened.
I don't know. They can't do it like with Skyrim though, because there's no like overhead.
No,
words, I guess.
No, it's just the words that. There's a lot of Skyrim memes.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
I just want to point that out. I like Skyrim memes. They're fucking hilarious. Yeah. Oh, Dova Bear. But it's just like, say, until the next Elder Scrolls. Smelter Scrolls. Until the next Smelter Scrolls. I'm going to see how this goes out.
The Golden God has been humbled by a mouse and a lizard, but there is no time to celebrate. The Continental Shift, the Weather Trio versus the Space Trio. While the dust settles from the Necrozma fight, the arena begins to crack in half. The floor literally turns into an ocean on one side and a volcano on the other. The government, Arceus, has released the heavy hitters to clean up the stage. Team Sea and Earth, the Primal Sovereigns, Primal Kyogre, flooding the arena with Origin Pulse. Primal Groudon, raising jagged cliffs of magma with precipice blades. The Regis, acting as living shields for the Titans. Team Sky and Space, the Interstellar Defenders. Mega Rayquaza, descending from the stratosphere to negate the weather with Delta Stream. Deoxys, attack form, zipping between the magma pillars, firing psycho boosts at Groudon's eyes. Jirachi, the wild card. It isn't fighting physically, it's using Doom Desire. It's wishing for the sky to fall. Zoom in, the battle for the atmosphere. This is the most action-packed sequence yet. 1. Kyogre fires a massive water spout at the sky. Mega Rayquaza flies right through it, its green body glowing as it prepares a dragon ascent. 2. Groudon tries to swat Rayquaza out of the air, but Deoxys, shifting to defense form, intercepts the hit. The impact sends a shockwave that knocks several lower-tier legendaries off the stage entirely. 3. Jirachi's Wish. Suddenly, the sky opens up. Jirachi's Doom Desire manifests as a shower of metallic meteors. They aren't aimed at the rebels. They are aimed at Kyogre and Groudon. 4. The triple threat. Rayquaza uses the distraction to land a Dragon Ascent on Kyogre, while Deoxys blasts Groudon with a point-blank Hyper Beam. The tournament shift, as these planetary gods beat each other senseless. The Rebellion, Ash's team, and Mewtwo are catching their breath. They realize that the government is letting the legendaries destroy each other, so that only the purest power remains. Mega Rayquaza looks over at Ash's Pikachu. It remembers the small mouse that stunned the Golden Dragon. It nods. For a brief second, the King of the Skies and the World Champion are on the same side. What happens next? Does Arceus send in the executive branch, Dialga and Palkia, to stop Rayquaza and Pikachu from teaming up? Or do we see Ash's Charizard?
They made Pikachu go.
I want Ash, Pikachu, Charizard, Mewtwo to rush just them flying through the battlefield and telling me what it sees as this is happening.
Are you selling a movie with them?
This is the eye of the storm. The battlefield is no longer a tournament stage, it's a collapsing reality. While the heavyweights are tearing the world apart, we shift perspective to the two fastest scouts in the sky.
Yeah,
POV.
I know that.
The Eon duo's flight.
Hold on.
Latios
I'm
and
telling you, I've
Latios.
seen all of them
Latios
except the
and
newer
Latios
ones.
mega
I've seen
evolve
all of
instantly,
these.
their bodies
Actually.
becoming sleek, aerodynamic jets. They bank hard to the left, diving into the smoke-filled crater to witness the madness. Latios' vision, the tactical stand. Brother, look to the center. The mortals are making their move. They aren't waiting for the
Bro,
government.
they're telling us it from perspective.
2003, 3, 4, 4. But this one has Rayquaza in it, and this one has Groudon in it.
I like the one with Deoxys, Rayquaza. Alright, so something about Deoxys is he has this thing called the Pokevirus. The Pokevirus. And he can give it to other people or he infects them and turn them into Deoxys versions of themselves.
This one's a Celebi and Suicune.
Suicune.
Okay. The one with the... I remember the one with Latios and Latios. They're in like a Chinese town. And those Pokemon...
It's because they're fucking
They protect it. And...
they're real... No.
So, like, no one knew about the town. And Ash just ended up there. Like, on some, like, Destiny shit.
Yeah, the main character shit.
And then he couldn't get out. And then they found... It's because those Pokemon, like... mirage the town away from the world or whatever.
The whole world. I know.
Those are really strong psychic Pokemon.
It's that the motherfuckers be controlling dimensions and shit.
Yeah, and they're dragons. So. They have higher forms.
I know. A lot of them do. That's why it's got like... I haven't gotten to the point where I asked it to talk about ancient version of the dog type Pokemons. That's what I'm saying. You're going to find them in the game you're playing.
Act anymore. Latios' vision, the sensory blur.
RuneScape?
The air is screaming Latios. I see blue flames, rainbow lightning, and a psychic pressure so thick it's warping the light. As they skim the surface of the arena,
I asked it to tell me it from this whole battlefield taking place from the fight perspective.
Wait, you seen the Pokemon that...
Hey, he was once in WCW's boardroom.
Yes.
Yes, Lugia is in this fight.
Rebirths.
Yes.
And then you see the third movie.
I've seen all the way up
into...
into... Yes.
And the little girl.
I've seen all the ones with the Reggies. I've seen the one all the way up until when Ash stopped chilling with... If you show me the pictures of the group, when he started doing shit with the girl with the purple hair. All right. And he stopped being with Brock. And they replaced Brock again. No, it's normally they replaced Brock and he'd come back, you know? But they finally replaced Brock and he didn't come back until the end of the series. I know, that's what I'm saying. He had the dude with the green shirt. And yeah, I know, yeah, all right.
And then...
but each time he would come back.
One other person, too.
And Misty would never come back, which is hilarious. But...
Yeah. But there was another girl, too.
I know, there's a lot of other girls, but eventually he got to the team where it was this chick with purple hair and some other dude.
Yeah, Rock and Misty were like,
I know, that's because that's when he still had Charizard, everybody. They even said that the reason they had to switch his team was because...
Oh, by the way, the new Pokemon game I was talking about, look, it's definitely Nursetroll. It's definitely fucking Nursetroll.
Just a different...
It just has, like, modern haircut.
Okay,
Like,
I love how the background of your mind was like, he's right. The only one who should be here is Nursetroll. Who is this bitch?
She has a bodyguard. That's who the other guy is. And the cop's got the Officer Jenny or whatever it is. I don't know who the cop is. He was like,
from Dublin, Ireland.
There is no other security guard. There is only the different sisters. You know what I mean? For both of them.
Whatever, Team Star.
All right, I was wondering the other day, and I was like, why the fuck is it okay in the Pokemon universe to send an 8-year-old child off to another damn fucking Pokemon and think it's okay? Okay, yeah. And now look, it told me that the Pokemon universe is very futuristic, and it's an advanced civilization with these beings that live inside. So everybody else operate under certain principles. So they don't have to worry about shit like us that we worry about, like your kid getting kidnapped.
They look down and see the most epic rush in the history of the universe. The epic rush, the rugged trinity versus the original dragon. Ash's Pikachu, Charizard, and Mewtwo decide to stop playing defense.
Oh wait, hold
Target
on.
the original.
I said, tell me what happens next from the perspective of Latios and Lados running around the battlefield, watching it like they're the cameraman. And that's what it's about to describe.
Dragon, the towering fusion of Kyurem/Reshiram/Zekrom, which is preparing a world-ending blast to clear the stage. 1. The Vanguard, Charizard. Mega Charizard X ignites its engines. He becomes a blue streak of fire, flying low to the ground to avoid the dragon's lightning. He isn't just flying, he's a living missile. He slams into the dragon's chest with a flare blitz, the impact sounding like a mountain.
When it says the dragon, it's talking about Kyurem and Reshiram fused together. That's what its name is. Huh?
It forces
All of them. But right now, who's attacking is Charizard is attacking them. It's Latios and Lados slipping around the battlefield, watching everybody. And it just zoomed in on this part of the fight.
Giant to stumble back. 2. The artillery, Mewtwo. High above, Mega Mewtwo Y extends its hand. It doesn't use a standard move. It uses its raw psychic power to grab the fallen meteors from Jirachi's Doom Desire and hurl them like railgun slugs into the original dragon's wings, pinning it to the arena floor. 3. The finisher, Pikachu. Pikachu is running up Charizard's tail, jumping onto the dragon's back and sprinting up its spine. He reaches the dragon's head just as it tries to open its maw. Pikachu looks it in the eye and unleashes a Volt Tackle, combined with the residue of his Z-move energy. He becomes a ball of golden rainbow lightning that drills straight into the dragon's forehead. Latios and Latias, the view from above. The Eon duo pulls up into a vertical climb to avoid the resulting explosion. From their bird's eye view, they see the fallout, the left flame. They see Primal Groudon being pushed back by the combined pressure of Deoxys and Mega Rayquaza. The ground is literally melting into glass. The right flame. They see Ultra Necrozma trying to reform its golden body, but it's being harassed by Mew, who is shifting types every half second to keep it confused. The throne. And then, they see the government, Arceus. It isn't sitting anymore. It has descended to the arena floor, its golden wheel spinning at a terrifying speed. Latios transmits to Latias, Asterisk. The rebels actually did it. They took down the original dragon, but now they've caught the eye of the head of the government. There's no more hiding. The final stand. As Latios and Latias circle the peak of the arena, they see Pikachu, Charizard, and Mewtwo standing in the smoldering crater where the original dragon stood. They are exhausted, their energy is low, but they are looking directly at Arceus. The government prepares to deliver its final verdict. Should we see Latios and Latias dive in to join the rebellion for one last team strike, or do we watch the 3-on-1 battle between the rebels and the...
No. What I want to see is from this, Latios and Lados join Jirachi or Rayquaza to fight whoever the fuck they fighting at the time.
Okay,
Wait. Yeah, it could be any of the legendary.
Enough with the scouting.
They do.
Come over here and talk to it.
Okay,
No, come over here and talk to it. So then I'm gonna have to repeat what you're saying, where they can just type it. I want to see specific shit. Okay, hold on. Add in Deoxys and its ability to corrupt other Pokemon and give it the Pokevirus and turn it into versions of itself, like Deoxys Pokemon.
Down by the DDT.
okay. I have a couple Pokemon up here. I'm gonna tell you which ones.
I'm telling you, legendaries.
I know that's what I'm gonna do, but I know a couple ones.
Oh, you're about to add? All right, yeah. Put them in teams, because I'm telling you, everybody's attacking in teams of the tier they are
How many?
and their region.
3, right?
Yeah. 4. Well, yeah.
This is where the fight turns from a battle into a biological disaster. You've just introduced the mutated virus factor into the rebellion's arsenal, While Latios and Matthias are holding the sky, Deoxys stops.
Wait, hold on. Do that mutating thing we were just talking about. But I wanted you to do it with that black Pokemon we were talking about earlier who mutates and fuses on the people and uses them like batteries. I want to see the two of them go head to head. But say like Deoxys and say that black Pokemon we were talking about has already corrupted that the two legendaries from X and Y, but he has also corrupted the dog Pokemon legendaries, Suicune, Entei, and how do you spell Suicune?
Suicune.
Suicune. How do you spell Entei? Enti?
Enta or Entei.
And what's the other one?
Raiku.
Raiku. Wait, hold on. Raiku.
The challenger not looking good right now. Starting to lose a step or two.
Okay, no, right there, dude, they can fight.
The competitors are looking any edge they can find tonight. Corey, what is something that will serve them well?
This is the biological eclipse. The arena has descended into a dark, glitchy nightmare, where two different types of viral gods are competing to see who can rewrite the laws of the government, Arceus first. In one corner, you have Deoxys, the alien virus, who has converted.
I'm telling you this guy. So rude.
On legendaries.
Darkrai.
Wait, say this, because I'm not going to remember this after it gets done with its spiel. And I'm down to hear this.
The Canto birds into his personal biological drills. In the other, you have Crosby, the Black Prism, who is not only fused with the Sun and Moon gods, but has now forcibly corrupted the life/death duo in the elemental beasts to use as batteries. The two hives of the rebellion, the viral hacker, Deoxys, the Prism hive, the Crosby, the core, Deoxys, speed/attack form, the core, Ultra Necrozma, fueled by Solgaleo/Numala, the converter, Zapdos, Moltres, Articuno. Their feathers are now jagged magenta crystals. They move with robotic, hive-mind precision. The corrupted batteries, Xerneas and Yveltal, clipped into Necrozma's back. And the beasts, Suicune, Entei, Raikou. The goal, absolute evolution through Pokerus. The goal, absolute consumption of light and life. The head-to-head virus...
Add Darkrai, Zarude, and Ursaluna.
Against?
The government...
Or I'm just saying they step into this fight.
Watching as these two monsters...
I understand this is what I'm saying, the steps in
One,
this.
the aerial dogfight. Deoxys' birds versus Necrozma's beast. Necrozma commands the corrupted beasts to charge. Entei, Raikou, and Suicune aren't running in front. They are sprinting on platforms of dark light created by Necrozma. Deoxys responds by sending the converted birds. Zapdos fires viral lightning that doesn't just shock, it rewrites the code of whatever it hits. Suicune tries to freeze the air, but Moltres' viral fire is so hot it turns the ice into bursting steam. 2. The heavyweight struggle, the XY batteries. Necrozma taps into Xerneas for infinite healing, and Yveltal for infinite decay. Ultra Necrozma lunges at Deoxys. It uses Photon Geyser, but the blast is tinged with the red death energy of Yveltal. Deoxys shifts into defense form and absorbs the hit, but the corruption is so strong that Deoxys' own crystals start to crack. To counter, Deoxys injects the Pokerus directly into Necrozma's light stream. Zoom in to viral corruption. This is where it gets crazy. Deoxys and Necrozma are now physically touching, grappling in the center of the crater. The mutation Necrozma tries to fuse with Deoxys like it did with Solgaleo, but Deoxys is a virus. It can't be held. As Necrozma's black crystals try to latch on, Deoxys' Pokerus starts to infect Xerneas and Yveltal, who are still attached to Necrozma. The result, the entire prison hive starts to butch. Xerneas begins to grow black, jagged antlers, and Suicune/Entei/Raikou start to vibrate out of existence. The explosion, the conflict between Necrozma's Light Eater and Deoxys' viral coating, creates a universal error. The arena floor literally vanishes, replaced by a grid of green and magenta data. The standoff with the rebels, while these two monsters are locked in a viral stalemate, Ash's Pikachu, Charizard, and Mewtwo are watching from a floating fragment of the arena. They are the only ones left who haven't been converted or corrupted. Mewtwo turns to Pikachu, asterisk. They are destroying the system from the inside. If we don't stop both of them, there won't be a world left for the government to rule, or for us to live in. Latios and Latias dive down, their eyes wide. They see Arceus glowing with a final, terrifying gold light. The government is prepared to delete all. It's going to destroy the entire arena, including the rebels, to get rid of the Necrozma/Deoxys infection. What's the final move? Do the rebels team up with the converted birds to stop Necrozma, or do they launch an all-out attack on Arceus to stop the delete command before it's too late?
I want you to make this delete command take like 4 or 5 episodes, like this is an OG episode of Dragon Ball Z. And at the same time, I need Darkrai. Okay. Talk.
Darkrai.
Wait.
Darkrai, Zarude, Ursaluna.
You're going to have to spell that. It didn't spell any of that right.
Right.
Just add their names and say, don't fuck it up. Wait, hold on. And I need Darkrai, add 2 people to his team versus the 3 people from who, you know what I mean?
Shoulders down. And now we have Kane. He kicks out with force.
Shrugging off the pin like it's nothing. And after this match is already gone for so long.
And that's a bold attack on Sheamus. Good touch. Nasty.
He was waiting for him to make his move.
So the final saga of the Tournament of Power. The government, Arceus, has initiated the Judgment Day Protocol, a total system delete. But in true Dragon Ball Z fashion, this isn't a quick flash of light. It's a slow, agonizing buildup of cosmic energy that will take episodes to complete. As the sky turns into a countdown clock of golden moons, 3 new powerhouses emerge from the shadows to join the rebellion. Episode 1, The Shadows of the Force. The arrival, Darkrai, Zarude, and Blood Moon Ursaluna. While the government, Arceus, begins to chant the delete command, the ground begins to rot, and the air turns cold. Darkrai rises from the floor with cooling. It realizes that if the universe is deleted, there will be no more dreams, only a void. It casts Dark Void across the entire arena, putting the lower-tier corrupted drones to fleet to clear a path. Zarude swings through the digital wreckage of the arena, using its vine like grappling. It isn't just a beast, it's the Jungle Heart. It uses jungle healing to patch up the viral scars on Ash's Charizard and Pikachu, giving them their second. Blood Moon Ursaluna, the beast of the Red Moon, emerges from a crater. Its third eye is glowing blood red. It's not a normal Pokemon. It's a survivor of 1,000 wars. It lets out a roar that shakes the delete runes in the sky. Episode 2, The Viral Stalemate. Deoxys versus Necrozma, the glitch fight continues. While the delete command reaches 20%, the 2 viral words, Deoxys and Necrozma, are still locked in the death ring. The struggle, Necrozma, now partially glitched by the hookers, is trying to absorb the life force of Zarude. To save, Zarude uses its vines to bind Necrozma's light rings, while Darkrai enters Necrozma's heart, forcing the Golden God to live through its worst nightmare, a world with no love. The beast's power. Blood Moon Ursaluna uses Blood Moon, firing a massive beam of lunar energy that strikes the point where Deoxys and Necrozma are connected, forcing them to blast apart. Episode 3, The Power of Fire. The Rebellion's united front. The delete command reaches 50%. The arena starts to pixelate and disappear at the edges. Ash's Pikachu stands in the center, flanked by the new trio and the original rebels. 1. Mewtwo and Darkrai. They combine their psychic and nightmare energy to create a dark shield that slows down the descent of the delete command. 2. Charizard and Zarude. They act as the heavy hitters, clearing out the secret police, Paradox Pokemon, that the government is sending down to protect the content. 3. Pikachu and Ursaluna, the grounded plant duo. Ursaluna uses its earth power to create a stable platform for Pikachu to charge his ultimate attack. Episode 4, The 10 Million Volt Overdrive. Breaking the countdown. The delete It's 85%. The sound of the countdown is a deafening hum that makes everyone's ears bleed. Arceus, the government, raises its hook for the final strike. The charged Pikachu begins to glow with a light that is brighter than Ultra Necrozma. He isn't just using his own power. The room is pumping him with life energy. Darkrai is fueling him with the will to survive. And Ursaluna is channeling the planet's core through his paws. The shocked Pikachu launches the 10 million volt Thunderbolt directly at the golden delete runes in the sky. The collision, the lightning hits the command. The sky turns into a web of white and rainbow-colored cracks. Time itself starts to stutter. Episode 5, the final stand. The government's response, the delete command has been paused at 99%. The sky is a fractured mess of data. Arceus looks down, and for the first time in the tournament, it looks annoyed. The god of Pokemon descends to the level of the mortals. It's no longer just watching. It's going to finish the job personally. The lineup: Ash's Pikachu and Charizard, the heart; Mewtwo and Deoxys, the mind; Darkrai, Zarude, and Ursaluna, the shadow, the light, and the earth. The government, Arceus, changes its type to Legendary Slayer. What happens in the season finale? Do the 7 rebels launch a combined Final Flash style attack, or does Mew attempt a Spirit Bomb using the energy of every Pokemon that has been released?
I want Mew to start charging up his strongest attack, and I want you to draw it out for like 6 episodes, and then I want Mewtwo to start helping him draw his strongest attack. Hey, now fuck all of that. What I want is I want Mew to use his transform ability to transform into Mewtwo and transform into Mega Mewtwo X, and then I want Mewtwo to transform into Mega Mewtwo Y, alongside Ash's currently established team that we've been using against Palkia, Dialga, and Giratina at the same time that this whole shit is... it already started.
This is the Multiverse Glitch Saga. The government, Arceus, is hovering at 99% of the delete command, but the rebellion has just activated a cheat code that shouldn't exist. Mew, the genetic ancestor, realizes that raw power isn't enough to stop the delete command. It needs complexity. Mew begins a transformation sequence that will stretch across the next several episodes of this cosmic showdown. Episode 6, The Genetic Mirror. Mew's first transformation. When Arceus begins the glory for light of the final judgment, Mew floats to the center of the arena. Its small pink body begins to vibrate at a frequency that matches the Pokerus virus still lingering in the air. The shift. Mew's DNA begins to unravel and reweave. In a flash of psychic light, it grows, its scale thickening, and its eyes turning a cold, piercing purple. The result, Mew has transformed into Mewtwo. But it's not just a copy. It has the combined experience of Mew's ancient history and Mewtwo's engineered rage. The tag team, now there are 2 Mewtwo's on the field. They link their minds, creating a psychic dead zone that causes the delete command's runes to flicker and stall. Episode 7, The Physical Peak. Transformation, Mega Mewtwo X. The delete command starts to descend like a falling ceiling of gold. The original Mewtwo looks at the transformed Mew, the evolution. Both beings trigger their Mega Stones simultaneously. Mew, as Mewtwo, transforms into Mega Mewtwo X. Its muscles swell with psychic physical energy. The action, Mega Mewtwo X, Mew, charges at the executive branch, the creation trio, that is protecting Arceus. It uses Focus Blast and Zen Headbutt with such speed that it looks like a blur of purple muscle, physically punching the digital walls of the delete command. Episode 8, The Mental Overdrive. Transformation, Mega Mewtwo Y. Realizing that physical force can't break a digital command, the transformed Mew shifts again. The shift, the heavy muscles vanish, replaced by a massive, elongated head and a tail that flows from its cranium. Mew is now Mega Mewtwo Y, the Psychic Storm. It unleashes a Psystrike so powerful, it begins to rewrite the delete command. It's not trying to break the code, it's trying to become the code. The Synergy Ash's Pikachu stands on Mega Mewtwo Y's head, using the Psychic Aura as a lightning rod to charge his own electricity to levels the world has never seen. Episode 9, The Charging Begins. The 10 million volt Spirit Bomb. This is the start of the long charge. Pikachu realizes he needs more than just his own Z-power. He needs the energy of the entire rebellion. The assistance, Mega Mewtwo Y, Mew, uses its telepathy to connect Pikachu to every remaining rebel. Charizard pours his blue fire into the spark. Zaru channels the life force of the entire jungle. Darkrai adds the weight of every nightmare ever dreamt. Blood Moon Ursaluna grounds the energy into the planet's core. The visual, a massive sphere of rainbow-colored lightning begins to form above Pikachu's tail. It's small at first, but it pulsates with the rhythm of a heartbeat. Episode 10, The Mid-Charge Crisis. The government strikes back. Arceus, the government, sees the Spirit Bolt charging and realizes it's a threat to the system. It can't wait for the delete command to hit 100%. The interference. Arceus sends down the Avatar of Judgment. It fires a beam of pure light directly at the charging Pikachu. The sacrifice. Mega Charizard X and Mega Mewtwo X dive in front of the beam. They are taking the full force of a god's wrath just to buy Pikachu one more episode of charging time. Episode 11 to 99.9%. The final seconds of the countdown. The sphere above Pikachu is now the size of a stadium. It's a swirling vortex of Pokerus-enhanced, Z-move, primal-infused lightning. The status, the delete command, hits 99.9%. The arena is almost entirely gone. Everyone is standing on a single, tiny platform of light. The transformation, Mew, exhausted from holding the Mega Mewtwo Y form, begins to flicker. It looks at Ash and Pikachu one last time, pouring its remaining genetic essence into the bolt. The season finale is here. The charge is complete. Arceus' hope is coming down for the 100% delete. Pikachu's paws are glowing with the power of the entire history of Pokemon. What do you want to see for the final clash? Does Pikachu launch the Spirit Bolt directly into Arceus' chest, or does he aim for the delete roots to shatter the government's control forever?
Shatter government's control forever. But in the middle of that, I need Latios and Latos to fly through the arena, and I need Jirachi to also fly through the arena, and I also need, what's that one? It's Jirachi and Celebi to fly through the arena. And then I need them to use whichever one of them has the ability to grant wishes, ability to restart time to an hour previous to this, and give the information of this entire battle back to Ash's and Ash full team.
That is why Elimination Chamber is so devastating.
Man.
And here he comes.
I just asked it for some shit it wasn't expecting. Say either Jirachi or Celebi, one of them have the ability to grant wishes. And it's like, canonically, it doesn't have a limit.
This is the Temporal Paradox season finale. The Spirit Bolt has reached its absolute critical mass, humming with a frequency that is literally vibrating the molecules of the universe apart. The government, Arceus, brings its foot down to spread the 100% delete key, but the rebellion has one final, cosmic trump card. Episode 12, The Shattering of the Sky, the Spirit Bolt versus the delete command. Pikachu unleashes the attack. It isn't the bolt anymore, it's a universal pillar of light. The impact, the rainbow Spirit Bolt hits the golden delete runes. The collision doesn't create an explosion, it creates a glitch. The golden runes turn to glass and begin to shatter. The result, the authority of the government, is physically breaking. The laws of physics, gravity, type advantages, and the delete command are falling like shards of a broken mirror. Episode 13, The Eon Flight. Latios, and the Messengers of Hope. As the sky shatters, the perspective shifts. Latios and Latias ignite their thrusters, banking through the falling shards of the delete command. The formation. They are joined by Celebi, the time traveler, and Jirachi, the wishmaker. The sight. They fly through the chaos, seeing Mega Charizard X holding back a crumbling pillar of reality, and Mega Mewtwo using its last bit of psychic strength.
Damn. Okay, now process the Mega Charizard. Okay, Mega Charizard. And hold back the falling these time skates. If you and Goku can do that. Hulk can do that. Superman can do that. Shazam can do that. Charizard is on the same power level.
For dissolving into the void. The realization, Latios communicates to the group, Asterix. The government's control is broken, but the universe is collapsing with it. We have to reset the clock. Episode 14, The Wish and the Ripple. Jirachi and Celebi's final gambit. The four mythicals converge in the eye of the storm. Arceus is stunned.
Damn
The
it,
full
that would
TV
look
track
epic. I would animate
This is the
good,
only
bro.
window of time they will ever get. 1. Jirachi's third eye. The eye on Jirachi's stomach opens wide, glowing with a light that rivals the sun. It consumes the wish energy it has been gathering for 1,000 years. 2. Celebi's time ripple. Celebi begins to glow green, its wings vibrating so fast they disappear. It hooks its energy into Jirachi's wish, providing the temporal engine needed to move an entire universe backward. The wish. Asterisk, restart the clock. 1 hour. Give the champion the truth. Episode 15, The Rewind. Information download. The universe doesn't just jump back. It reverses. We see the delete command unshadow. We see the spirit bolts unfire. We see the fallen legendaries rise back into the air. The transfer. As the world rewinds, Celebi uses its telepathy to burn the memory of the entire battle into the minds of Ash, Pikachu, Charizard, Mewtwo, and the entire team. The knowledge. They see every move Arceus made. They see the delete command weakness. They see the corruption and the cosmic Deoxys. Episode 16. T-minus 60 minutes. The new beginning. The screen flashes white. We are back. It is 1 hour ago. The Tournament of Power has just begun. The 94-plus legendaries are all standing in their starting positions. The government, Arceus, is sitting on its throne, thinking it has total control. The difference. Ash looks at his team. He isn't confused. He has a look of absolute, cold determination. Pikachu sparks with a purple-tinted electricity. The Pokerus is already in his system because his soul remembers the future. Mewtwo looks at the government and smirks. It knows the code. Charizard ignites his blue flames, already knowing the original dragon's flight pattern. Ash steps forward before the first whistle even blows. He looks up at Arceus and says, Asterisk, we've already won. You just haven't seen it yet.
Damn.
The new strategy, the government.
That's wild. And Ash just looked at God and said, bitch, I'm winning. I activated my trap card and you didn't see it coming.
It's this.
So, okay. You know what? The first move is out of the shadows of Darkrai using a shadow ball and it getting hit by one of the corrupted Pokemon. It doesn't matter which one, if it's the Deoxys corrupted Pokemon or that one black Pokemon from Pokemon Ultra Sun. But he gets hit by a shadow ball, and from the smoke, Red, the Pokemon trainer, emerges with his completed Pokedex and his version of his team. And so does the other Pokemon trainers you play as from all the DX games.
Silence of the arena is shattered by a single, high-density shadow ball screaming out of the darkness. It streaks across the battlefield and slams into one of the corrupted birds, a magenta-glitched Zapdos, exploding in a cloud of violet smoke. As the smoke clears, the ground begins to vibrate. The government, Arceus, leans forward on its throne, sensing a massive shift in the data. From the shadows of that explosion, the ultimate reinforcements arrive. Episode 1. The Gathering of the Legends. The protagonists enter the fray. The Red of the Legends steps forward first. He doesn't say a word. His hat is pulled low, and his Mega Charizard Y is already hovering behind him, its grout ability clashing with the viral storms in the air. But he isn't alone. One by one, the trainers you've played as across every generation emerge from the rift created by Celebi. Ethan and Lyra, Johto, standing with Lugia and Ho-Oh, who are glowing with a purified aura that resists Necrozma's corruption. Brendan and Meg, Hoenn. They aren't just here to watch, they are commanding Mega Latios and Latios, perfectly synchronized with the Eon duo already on the field. Lucas and Dawn, sitting. They stand ready to challenge the Creation Trio directly. The Unova and Kalos champions, Gilbert, Nate, Serena, and Caleb, all with their respective ace Pokemon, fully aware of the hour they just lived through. Episode 2, the Unified Command. Red and Ash, the double ace. Ash looks over at Red. There is no rivalry here, only the shared knowledge of the future. Red nods once. The strategy, while Ash's team, Pikachu, Charizard X, Mewtwo, acts as the vanguard to rush the government. Red and the other trainers form the defense grid. The Execution Red releases his Snorlax and Blastoise. These aren't just Pokemon, they are walls. They create a perimeter around the rebels, allowing Pikachu to start charging the Spirit Bolt immediately, rather than waiting for the end of the hour. Episode 3, Neutralizing the Viral Lords. Preemptive Strike on Necrozma and Deoxys. Because they have the future sight from Celebi, the trainers don't let Necrozma and Deoxys reach their peak forms. 1. Gold, Ethan, uses his Typhlosion to create a wall of fire that traps the Black Prism, Necrozma, before it can reach on the Solgaleo. 2. The Kalos trainers use their Mega Evolution to suppress Deoxys, preventing the spread of the Proporus to the Old Guard, the Birds and Beasts. 3. The result. The viral infection is contained within the first 5 minutes. The corrupted army is smaller this time. Episode 4. The 6th episode charge. Part 1. Pikachu's final accumulation. Ash's Pikachu begins the charge. But this time, it's different. The amplification. Instead of just drawing energy from his own teammates, every champion on the field accepts their. The visual, a massive feather of light connects Red's team, Ash's team, and the DX champions to Pikachu. The Spirit Bolt isn't just a ball of lightning anymore. It's a golden sun hovering over the arena. The government sphere, Arceus, sees the charge starting 55 minutes earlier than before. It tries to initiate the delete command, but Mew, is already inside the system, jamming the code with the knowledge it gained from the previous timeline. Episode 5, Out of the Shadows. Darkrai and the Tactical Nightmares. As the charge continues, Darkrai and Blood Moon Ursaluna emerge from the smoke alongside Red's Espionage. The Dream Shield, Darkrai realizes the government is trying to use a mental attack to break the trainer's focus. It creates a nightmare barrier. Anyone from the government side who tries to approach the charging Pikachu is instantly trapped in a loop of their own defeats. Ursaluna's grounding, Blood Moon Ursaluna sinks its claws into the arena, acting as a literal lightning rod to ensure the massive energy Pikachu is gathering doesn't shatter the stage prematurely. The cliffhanger. We are now at T-45 minutes. The Spirit Bolt is already at 50% power, the same level it took 59 minutes to reach in the last time. Red looks at Ash. He points toward the throne of Arceus. What is the next move for this army of champions? Do the DX trainers launch an all-out assault on the Creation Trio to clear a path, or does Red step forward to duel the avatar of Arceus one-on-one while Pikachu continues to charge the world-ending bolt?
Okay. For some reason, I want Ho-Ho to randomly go crazy, okay? And he attack whoever was the main character from Pokemon X and Y, okay?
Energy in the arena is already at a breaking point, but then the air suddenly turns a sickening incandescent blue. Ho-Oh, the guardian of the skies, let out a shriek that sounds less like a bird and more like a tear in the fabric of reality. Something has snapped. Maybe it's the residual progress from the previous time, or maybe the pressure of the government's Arceus, failing control, has driven the Phoenix into a divine madness. Episode 6, The Phoenix's Descent. The betrayal of the Rangers. Without warning, Ho-Oh abandons the defensive line. Its eyes aren't red or magenta, they are a hollow, glowing white. It turns its gaze toward Finn, the protagonist of Pokemon X, who is standing with his Xerneas. The ambushed Ho-Oh unleashes a sacred fire that isn't just hot, it's pressurized. The flames take the shape of a massive, burning claw that slants at the Kalen's position. The response. Kalen barely dives out of the way as Xerneas raises a Geomancy shield. But Ho-Oh is relentless. It's moving with a speed that defies its size, diving like a kamikaze pilot directly at the Kalos champion. Episode 7, The Battle of Life and Rebirth. Xerneas versus Ho-Oh, this is a clash of two different types of immortality. Ho-Oh represents the cycle of rebirth, and Xerneas represents the eternal flow of life. The aerial duel, Ho-Oh uses Sky Attack, becoming a living meteor. Xerneas counters by using an ambush to channel the energy of the arena itself, firing a moonblast that meets the Phoenix midair. The chaos, because Ho-Oh has gone crazy, it isn't fighting with strategy, it's fighting with raw, suicidal aggression. It starts burning everything, friend or foe. It clicks the wing of one of the Eon Dragons and nearly disrupts Pikachu's charge. Episode 8, The Red Intervention. Silence versus the Screaming Status. Seeing the Kalos team being pinned down by the Mad Phoenix, Red makes his move. He doesn't say a word, but his Blastoise steps forward, his cannons cooling as they prepare for a high-pressure counter. The Hydro Cannon, Red's Blastoise, fires a shot that has enough force to knock a mountain over. It hits Ho-Oh mid-spiral, dousing the Divine Flames for a split second. The opening. This gives Kalen the chance to Mega Evolve Charizard Y. Now the arena has two Charizards in the air, Ash's Blue Flame X and Kalen's Sun-Boosting Y, both circling the mountain Ho-Oh to contain the blaze. Episode 9, The Spirit Bolt's Reaction. Absorbing the madness. As Ho rages, Ash's Pikachu does something unexpected. Instead of ignoring the chaos, he uses the future sight memories. He knows that Ho-Oh's fire is a source of infinite energy. The Phantom Pikachu extends his tail. He begins to draw the sacred fire into the spirit bolts. The visual of the golden spirit bolt starts to swirl with the rainbow-tinted flames of the phoenix. It's no longer just a ball of lightning, it's a solar supernova. Ho isn't just attacking, it's inadvertently becoming the ultimate battery for the weapon that will take down the government. The current state, T-minus 30 minutes. Ho is being suppressed by Red's Blastoise and Caleb's Xerneas, but the sky is still raining fire. The government, Arceus, is watching its bishop go rogue, and it realizes the rebellion is using that fire to fuel their path astray. Pikachu's Spirit Bolt is now at 80% power. What happens next? Does the madness spread to Lugia, or does Mewtwo, in his Mega Y form, use his psychic powers to mind link with the crazy Ho-Oh and force it?
Nah, not even any of that shit. See, what I want to happen is I want Entei, okay? I want Entei to come out of nowhere and transform into his primal form. All the legendary dogs, I want them to revert, somehow supercharged back into their original forms that you get in the most recent Pokemon game, okay? And somehow with that, I want them to transform into Deoxys versions of themselves because they got corrupted, but they keep their own will, okay? Fuck yeah, okay? Now, something needs to happen that's going to be side that no one expected. I need Latios and Lados to run across the arena, this time super fast.
Have Darkrai take control of them, bro. And then they start like.
And as they're moving across the battlefield, Darkrai starts having a psychic conversation with them about what's happening, how they heard that somehow Ash had a vision from the future. And I want the DS, like Nintendo DS, all the different main characters you play from that generation to somehow link up on the battlefield and start talking about what's going on.
Oh, it's Super Smash Bros. Now.
Fired up right now.
Shut the fuck up.
Cena, look at this power. Onto his shoulders for the AA. Another one bites the dust to the champ.
If Deoxys has an ability where he can turn he has a virus that corrupts other Pokemon, you can look it up, but there's these images you can see of what happens if he gets his way, and he turns all Pokemon into like versions of him, but he controls them. He was like the virus.
This is the Paradox Viral Park. The arena is melting under the weight of a triple threat: the government's authority, Necrozma's prison hunger, and Deoxys' viral evolution. As Ho rages, the ground shatters and 3 ancient shadows rise, supercharged by the future sight ripples. Episode 10, The Viral Paradox. The beast transforms and falls right through the difficult Pokeball. They revert. The ship, using the primordial energy leaking from the arena, they shift into their paradox swarms, gouging fire, raging bolts, and locking wind. They look like prehistoric, defiant gods, the viral fusion. But then, the magenta pokerous mist from Deoxys hits them. Their prehistoric bodies start to glow. Instead of losing their minds, they absorb the virus. The result, they become viral paradox beasts. Imagine gouging fire, but with Deoxys' crystalline tentacles growing from its back, and walking away with a speed-form bison. They have the raw power of the past and the viral tech of the future, and they keep their own will. They look at the government, Arceus, and smile. Episode 11, the Mach Speed Side Check. Latios, Latias, and Darkrai's telepathy, Latios and Latias have their wings at ignite, screaming across the battlefield at Mach 10. As they blow past the protectors, a cold, dark voice enters their minds. Darkrai is keeping pace with them, moving through the shadows passed by their flight. Darkrai, answers. You feel it too, don't you? The air tastes like a memory that hasn't happened yet. Latios, answers. We do. Some of these ripple this message. Ash, he knows it. He knows the delete, the 99.9%, all of it. Latias, asterisk, the future sight, is why the beasts didn't lose their minds when the virus hit. They knew it was coming. They braced for it. Darkrai, asterisk, good. because the government is confused. Arceus hasn't realized yet that we are playing the second half of the game if things just started. Episode 12, the DS Council. The champions link up. In the center of the arena, a golden light connects the trainers from the Nintendo DS era. Lucas and Dawn, Sina, Ethan and Lyra, Johto, and Hilbert and Hilda, Unova, form a circle. Their Pokedexes are beeping in sync, creating a localized data field. Lucas, Asterisk. Our data is corrupted, but in a good way. It's like we have save state information from a timeline that got erased. Hilda, Asterisk. I've got the stats on those viral paradox beasts. They shouldn't exist. They're a glitch in the government's code. If we link our teams to them, we can bypass the arena security. Ethan. Asterisk Ash is the key. He's the one holding the memory of the Spirit Bolt. We need to buy him time while the beasts wreck the secret police, the Paradox ruins. Episode 13. The charge of the viral paradox. Prehistoric speed versus divine love. The viral paradox beasts launch their assault. Viral gouging fire, Entei, breathes a flame that is half fire, half digital code. It burns through Palkia's spatial shields, like they are paper. Viral rocking wing, Suzuki, uses a hydro seed that is so fast it cuts through the arena floor, isolating the creation trio from Arceus. The current state, T-minus 20 minutes. The DS champions have successfully created a safe zone where the Spirit Bolt is charging at an impossible rate. Arceus is finally standing up. It's not just avoiding, it's seeing errors in its own reality. Ash's Pikachu is now floating. The Spirit Bolt has turned into a black and gold singularity, the ultimate delete for the government's control. What happens next? Does the DS Council command the virus?
No. We going left field. I want all the main characters or Deoxys.
This is the generational fracture arc. You wanted left field? Here we go. The Future Sight didn't just bring back memories. It brought back the old school ghosts of the franchise, but they've been twisted by the very viral lords they were supposed to defeat. The sky turns the color of a dead pixel as the Game Boy GB and Game Boy Advance GBA eras are literally dragged into the arena, not as heroes, but as corrupted avatars. Episode 14, the 8-bit corruption. The rise of the pixel race. The government, Arceus, loses control of the arena's history files. From the static of the GBA era, the original legends emerge, but they are horrifying to look at. The Prism Red, GB era. The original Red from the Game Boy days appears, but he is encased in the black shards of the cosmos. With Pikachu and Charizard, candidate, clay-eating crystals flowing out of their skulls. They don't breathe fire, they breathe void. The viral Ruby and Sapphire, GBA era. Brendan and May emerge, but they have been completely overwritten by Deoxys. Their limbs move with that creepy, whip-like fluidity of the alien virus. Their Sceptile and Swampert are magenta-glitched monsters, with multiple tentacles and glowing pores. Episode 15, the corruption spread. He's using them like batteries. The Black Prism Pokemon, Necrozma, realizes that the memories of these old champions are the most potent fuel in existence. The Siphon Necrozma latches its black prism tendrils into the backs of the GBA champions. It starts draining the legacy energy of the Sapphire and Ruby eras to power its own evolution. The result, the arena starts to revert to 8-bit graphics wherever they walk. They are demaking the world, deleting the 3D reality of the government and replacing it with a glitchy, unplayable mess. Episode 16, The Clash of Eras. The DS Council versus the Corrupted Legacy. The DS champions, Lucas, John, Ethan, Hilbert, are horrified. They have to fight their own ancestors. The battle, viral paradox and Entei, gouging fire, lunges at corrupted GB Red. It's a fight between the prehistoric future and the corrupted past. The dialogue, Darkrai telepathically screams to Latios and Latios, Asterisk. They aren't just fighting trainers, they are fighting the source code. If the GBA era wins, the timeline will collapse before Ash can even fire the bolt. Episode 17, The Paradox Defense. Will versus corruption. As the corrupted GBA Sceptile lunges at Ash's Pikachu, Ash's Charizard X flies in, intercepting the viral tentacles with his own blue-flame claws. The stand. Even though the GBA era is corrupted, they keep their will. The corrupted Red looks at Ash. For a split second, the black crystals on his face crack, and he gives a thumbs down, a signal to finish him. He wants to be stopped. Episode 18, The Final Accumulation. The Spirit Bolt goes retro. Ash as Pikachu realizes that to defeat the government in the corrupted legacy, he has to absorb the glitch itself. The move Pikachu reaches out with his tail and touches the glitchy air. He pulls the 8-bit corruption and the Necrozma shards into the spirit world. The visual of the spirit bolt is now a terrifying, flickering sphere of black, magenta, and gold. It looks like a corrupted save file that has gained the power of the gods. It's vibrating so hard it's making the delete command, still at 99%, stall and stutter. T-minus 10 minutes, the final countdown. The arena is a total nightmare. On one side, the government, Arceus, trying to format the world. On the other, the corrupted GBGBA kings, tearing reality apart. In the center, Ash, the DS Council, and the viral Paradox Beasts holding the line. What is the final move? Does Ash use the corrupted Spirit Bolt to purge the corruption from Red and Brendan first? Or does he aim the entire glitchy mess at Arceus to crash the government once and for all?
He aims it at the corrupted homies. And then somehow in the middle of that, they have a talk outside of space-time about how they always believed in each other. And somehow some random X event that I couldn't account for happens, and Arceus starts to talk to them. And then the battle continues. What happens next?
Is the Cosmic Reconciliation finale. The corrupted Spirit Bolt doesn't just hit the GB and GBA champions, it shatters